Okay. It won't let me rotate the camera. Okay. I'm just coming on here real quick. I just got out of church. It is almost 11. It was 11 something at night. Oh my God. I feel so like, let me take this off. I feel so freaking good. I feel so good. Oh my God. Like so freaking good. So I went there tonight, because I had been telling my friend, like Deshawn had been trying to get me to go to church for the longest. She been inviting me. I was supposed to go with her Sunday, last Sunday, but I didn't go. I think it was either last Sunday or the Sunday before that, and I didn't go. So the pastor, he was talking about Daniel and like how much like he just the trust in God and all that stuff like that. So it gets to the portion, when you do praise and worship or whatever, where they have like the altar calling and they just play the music. And if you feel like something on your heart, you want to go and pray, you go and pray, this, that, and the third. So I'm like in my seat because I get really, it didn't used to be like that. I used to be able to go to the altar and just like, just pray or whatever, just get it like, so, from different church experiences, I become kind of like shy when it comes to doing that. So I was in my seat, praying or whatever, and like, tears was coming down my eyes or whatever. And I was really trying to cover it because I cry on here, but I really don't like crying in front of people. So, um, what happened? So my friend, she walks up to me and she starts praying over me and she was saying stuff. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, how did you know I'm even thinking about this? Like she has had certain conversations with me and she has been there for me through certain things or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I needed that prayer. She's saying the right things or whatever. But I was like, at one point she asked me to come up to the altar. She was like, you want to go up to the altar? I was like, uh, and then she was like, I'll go up there with you. Because I was, like I said, I'm scared to do that. Because something been like just keeping me away from church or whatever. Like something just been like pulling me away from actually going. So we walked up to the altar calling. Like she had a daughter with her, so she kept on like doing a bunch of running around. So I was like there by myself for a little bit. And I'm just standing there and I was like, God, because when we first got there, I'm like, he's praying and I'm not praying, but he's preaching and he's saying the right thing and I feel what he's saying, but it's like, why don't I feel God's presence? Like, why don't I feel it? Like, I'm like, why do I not feel it? I go up there and I'm crying and I'm praying to God, and I was like, I said to God, and this is so crazy. This is so freaking crazy. I was like, while I was praying, I was like, why don't they see me? Why don't they see me? Why is nobody like, because I was seeing him go up to other people and pray over them. Like, how does he know to go to them and pray over them? Like, why do I never get seen? Like, why does anybody feel like I need to be, prayed over and stuff like that? Like, why? Because every other time I went to church and went to altar calling, like, everybody would always come up to me and ask me what's wrong, but they would never like pray over me. So I'm like, what is it about me? And I was like, God, if you hear me, if you're listening, please send somebody. Please have somebody come touch me. Like somebody put a hand on me or something. Like just if you're listening, send somebody my way. So not too long ago after me saying that little prayer and asking him to do that, basically I shouldn't be asking him to prove himself, but I was asking him to prove himself. Cause I'm like, DeShandra know me, so it's like she can, she kind of know what to say or type. Like it still was, I still needed it. It still meant a lot to me. But it's like to hear certain stuff from a stranger. It had more like, it was like, dang, he gotta know, like he gotta be here. Cause how in the world would this person even know? So I the girl came up to me and she was like praying for me or whatever, and then she was asking me what's wrong, like, and I was like, I need to forgive myself. um and she was just like praying about that or whatever, and what hit me, because she had touched my heart, she was like, heal her heart, and then she touched my stomach. God, 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 God. when I looked, like, I was so in shock. I was so in shock. I know sometimes I feel like sometimes people do that, but I'm like, in this moment in time, like, because I was looking at the pastor, like, praying over people. Nobody else was touching anybody's stomach. But this one person, this specific person, comes up to me and she does that. And I just was like, my eyes got wide. And I just stared into, like, the blank sky. And I just boo-hoo cried, like, loud cry. Like, loud crying. And I was like, I lost my baby. And then she just started praying over me, like, praying over me. It was just like, giving me reassurance that it was gonna be okay. And then this other girl, she walked up to me and then she was like, God told me to tell you that all the things that you dreamed of, all the things that you've wanted, they're gonna come true. You're gonna get them, like, bigger than ever. And she was like, you have a testimony that you need to share, and you have these gifts that you need to share. You have these, like, she was like saying stuff like that. Deshandra, at one point, she had mentioned something about a dream. Like, she was like, God is telling me to tell you that these dreams that he's giving you are symbolic of things. And I was just like, what the heck? Because these past, like, weeks or whatever, I've been having these random dreams, and I wake up and I'm like, what in the world does this even mean? Like, I don't know what the heck this means. Like, I want to know what it means, but I don't know what it could mean. And nobody around me that I even mentioned it to. And I never mentioned it to her, but nobody around me that I mentioned these dreams to could even, like, fathom what they could mean. So I was just like, with the girl, like, both of the girls and the stuff they were saying, like, because when the second girl came, like, the third, well, basically the third, Deshandra was the first, then the second girl, and then the third. When the third girl came up to me and she was, like, praying over me and the stuff she was saying, she was like, he's telling me to tell you not to worry, to stop questioning him, or stop doubting yourself, to stop doing this or whatever. He was like, she said that he was telling her to tell me, that he's proven his stuff to me several times. What more do I need? And she was saying, he was telling her, I done showed you, and you just keep, like, what more do I have to show you in order for you to believe that I'm here? And that's true, because I'm always, every time when I pray to him, I'm always like, oh, I need, please God, like, show me, do this to show me, do, like, saying stuff like that. And for her to say that, for her to mention that, I'm like, wow, wow. And she was like saying, because I'm, like, always saying, like, I wish God was a person so that he can actually hold me, like, physically hold me and be there for me. And she was like, she had said, she was like, he wants to hold you like a child. He wants to hold you like his queen, like his daughter. Like, he wants to wrap his arms around you. He wants to hold you tight. So I'm like, this is just, and of course, like, this could be generalized stuff or whatever, but it resonated with me. So I don't want anybody to come around and be like, oh, that's general stuff. A lot of people think that way, so of course they're gonna know what to say, type of thing. No, this was a message for me. Everything I asked him to do, he did it. All the questions I've been asking for, all the answers that I've been looking for. My last situation that I had posted that video about, I wanted to go so I can ask some questions to like know certain things. And then I go to this service tonight and he answers them for me. He tells me that it's worth my while. He tells me that the things that I want in life are going to happen. He tells me that I'm going to have kids when the time is right. He told me all of those things, and he used people as a vessel for it. And I just feel so grateful. And I'm so happy that I went tonight. And I want to keep going. I really do. I really do. Like, it just, I needed that. And I can't remember what he said. He said something, and when he said that one thing, all the weight that was on my chest, because I've been having like a really, really heavy heart lately. Like I've been heavy hearted, big time. And it just lifted. I feel so much light right now. Like, I feel lighter. Like, it don't feel as heavy, like something like just a big load been sitting on my chest. It's been lifted. And I feel so good. I feel so freaking good. I feel so freaking good. So good. So good. Oh my God. So good. But I just wanted to share that while it was on my mind and while it was fresh, because I literally just got back home and I feel so good. I really needed that. And it was a church full of young people. Like nobody in that church was over 30. It was like to see a bunch of young people come together and praise God the way they was praising Him. It was this one girl, like she was on her knees and she was screaming and she was like talking to God and she was just, all in it. And to see a room full of youth praising Him like that. Cause usually you like go to church and you see a bunch of older people and they grew up in that type of lifestyle or something. But these are kids, like these are students. They don't have their parents aren't with them. They're choosing from their self. They're choosing to be there. They're choosing to go there, and they're choosing to study the word and to be in that type of environment. They're making that choice. They don't have somebody with them, like an adult, like an older person saying, you better go to church, you better do this. They're choosing that lifestyle on their own. And to see a room full of youth there and praising the way they was praising, I'm still in that shy phase, like that I can praise God, like I can do all the shouting, the crying, and all of that when I'm by myself. But it feels like it's so much harder for me to do it around other people. And I want to get to the level that they was at, where they can shout and they can like just let it all out. Me crying the way I did today was the first time that I've cried like that in a church ever. Ever. I have never done that before. I would cry, but I would silent cry. I was boohoo, ugly cry, loud cry, just, and I needed it. I needed it so bad. And I was just so grateful. I was so grateful. So grateful. It feels so good. And just to know that my voice is going to be heard, that my voice is heard, and that me sharing my stories and sharing my experiences and how I feel is not in vain. To have that reassurance feels amazing. Feels great. I feel good. I feel so good. But I'm going to go to bed because it's late and I have to work tomorrow all day. But I need it today. I need it tonight. I really did. I really did. I need to do something with this hair, Mom. But, alright. Good night. And whenever anybody sees this, I love y'all. 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 And I thank you so much because I get so many ladies that come on here and they say positive things and they don't call me, like they don't, say mean things. They say that they can relate to me and all these things. Like I really appreciate that. I really appreciate the positivity and the well wishes and all of that. And I just pray that God blesses your lives and touches your lives. And I pray that when you hear these words, you instantly feel the weight lifted off of your shoulders. I pray that you just feel light. And I pray that you just have all of His energy wrap around you and you can feel it. I pray that you feel good, you feel amazing, that you smile when you hear this, when you see this. I just wish you all the best. And I'm ready to give back. I'm ready to be a better version of myself and stop hiding. I'm ready to be able to help people and not say that I can't help people because I can't help myself completely right now. but I'm going to start just doing instead of thinking too much about it. Because I'm always thinking about, oh, I got to pay this bill, I got to pay that. And then people come and ask me for stuff. Sometimes I have to be hesitant or say no because I'm worried. And I don't need to worry. Don't need to worry, and you don't need to worry. God wants us to love. He wants us to care about each other. He wants us to help each other. He wants us to love each other. And whatever you use to help somebody, He's going to give it back to you tenfold. It's just you have to stop doubting yourself. You have to stop having battles with yourself and give and receive out of the kindness of your heart. And I just want to, like I said, I wanted to thank you all for being supportive. It's not too many of you guys, but I am grateful for, even if it's just one person. I'm so grateful. So freaking grateful. But good night or morning or whenever you watch this. Good afternoon, whatever. I love you all, and I will see you in the next one.